let me forward you what we sent. Actually, let me have Becca do it because I'll mess.
Okay.
Got it sorted out, Your Honor.
Beg your pardon, Dan?
We have it sorted out, Your Honor.
Okay, because the judgment Aaron sent still, that you sent still says 4 years, and Aaron says it should be 5.
Yes, it should be 5. I don't object to that.
All right, she is forwarding me a revised version.
I have no objection to that.
I don't have. I think your client is still in a breakout.
Yeah, they still are, probably.
I'm trying to move them to the main session and it's not working. You probably have to join.
Okay. Let me go back there and let them know.
Well,
Becca's
I would love
sending
to,
it right now.
pardon?
Sorry, I clicked out of the Zoom thing, so I had to go back in. Becca's sending it over to you guys right now.
Thank you.
Sorry about
Can
that.
you watch for that, Jackie? I don't know. Aaron, do you know which email address?
I don't know.
No, so probably yours.
Yeah, probably so.
It'll close all of the breakout rooms here in 30 seconds. So
Thank you.
Ms. Young, can you hear us? Can you unmute the microphone? Ms. Young, can you ask someone to help you unmute that microphone? We won't be able to hear your answer. Okay, Ms. Young, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm here.
All right, Miss Young, just to make sure we're clear, the state is offering 5 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Correctional Institutions Division, $6,000 fine, $188 in restitution, and any other fines and fees owed to probation. This will run concurrent with your Wisconsin sentence, and you have 588 days jail time credit. Is that the agreement that you reached with the district attorney's office?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. In that case, Ms. Young, I will follow the recommendation of the district attorney's office, and I will sentence you to 5 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Correctional Institutions Division. That will run concurrently with any time you're serving in Wisconsin. I'm going to note that you have 588 days jail time credit. I will order you to pay a $6,000 fine, $188 in restitution, and any other remaining fines or fees owed to the probation department. Do you have any questions about that judgment?
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna be here until 2029. I just sit my time here, correct?
Yes, this is going to
Oh.
run concurrently with the time you are spending there.
Okay. That's all I had.
All right. Ms. Young, have you been satisfied with your representation by Mr. Seeloff?
Yes, very satisfied.
And has he done everything that you asked him to do?
Yes, ma'am, he has.
All right, Ms. Young, you may be excused. Thank you.
Thank
do
you,
have-
ma'am. You too. Have
I
a good
do have
day.
Thank you. I do have a question for Aaron and Dan. All right, the judgment that you filed has her fingerprint on it. The revised one does not.
We just did switch out the first pages.
Okay, so does anybody have an objection to me printing out the old judgment, substituting the first 2 pages and leaving the third one, but changing the date to today's date?
No, Judge.
All right, Dan, are you good?
No, Your Honor, no objection.
Okay,
So then, Dan, will I get a copy of those paperwork?
Yes, I'll give you a call later, Don, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
You. And I have Donna Christie in the waiting room. I'm moving her in now. Dan, is that what you had today?
Just that civil thing after this, whenever that is. But that's it for criminal stuff. Yes.
well now, Dan, the civil one is, according to the docket, by submission.
Oh, yes, I submitted everything. Yeah. Oh, well then,
Yeah, so I'm going to look at it, but I wasn't prepared to listen to arguments
okay.
unless you
Sorry about
want to
that.
make them.
no.
Okay,
I apologize. That's all I have then.
okay,
Thank-
see you later.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi, Donna. It's me, Shelley.
Oops, I was muted. Hello. Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you. What jail is your client?
Beg your pardon?
In what jail is your client?
Moore County.
Okay, I don't have them in the waiting room, so could you call them and see if they can't bring your client in, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You know, I'm gonna charge you with my dentist bill.
I'm letting the jail in now.
Really good.
Okay, Judge, I have Charlie here with me in the courtroom.
All right. I see the jail. I don't see Mr. Gutierrez.
And Judge, my client, or my client's wife, she may be a witness too. I think she's in the waiting room. Could you let her in as well?
I don't have anyone else in the waiting room, Donna.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
thank you.
so what is her name if she logs in during the middle of this? What is her name?
Her name is Erica Gutierrez.
Okay, thank you. I'll watch for her.
Thank you.
Court will call case number 58. I'm sorry, did you say something, Shelley?
Yes. Mr. Gutierrez, do you see your lawyer?
Señor Gutiérrez, ¿puede ver a su abogado?
You need to unmute your microphone.
Necesita restaurar su micrófono para oírlo.
Ok, sí,
Okay.
Okay.
Sí puedes ver a tu abogado.
sí, señor.
Okay.
Right, the court will call case number 5879, the state of Texas versus Simon Gutierrez. For the record, sir, are you Simon Gutierrez?
¿Usted es Simón Gutiérrez?
Sí, señor.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the state ready?
State's ready, Your Honor.
And is the defense ready?
Defendant's ready, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Christie, I see that this is your motion to release defendant and set reasonable bail. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is your name correct as Simon Gutierrez?
Su nombre correcto es Simón Gutiérrez. Su nombre correcto es Simón Gutiérrez.
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you arrested on December the 29th of 2022 on this indictment in Moore County?
Usted fue arrestado el día 29 de diciembre del 2022 en esta acusación.
El día 29 de noviembre.
The 29th of November.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I have December the 29th, but it was November the 29th.
¿Era el 29 de noviembre? Yes,
Sí.
ma'am.
And you were actually arrested and held in Marfa, Texas. Is
Lo
that-
arrestaron y usted estaba detenido en Marfa, Texas.
Sí.
Yes.
And when were you brought to the Moore County Jail?
¿Cuándo lo trajeron a la cárcel de aquí del condado de Moore?
Me arrestaron el 29 y me trajeron 10 días después para acá.
They brought me 10 days after I was arrested.
And you are being held on an indictment that charges you with criminal non-support. Is that correct?
Usted está acusado con la acusación de no pagando sostenimiento.
Sí.
Yes. Mr. Gutierrez, your bond is currently set at $75,000.
Su fianza ahorita está en $75,000.
Sí.
Yes.
And can you pay that amount of bond?
¿Usted puede pagar esa cantidad de fianza?
No, no puedo ahorita.
No, I can't.
Mr. Gutierrez, how much bond could you pay in this case?
No, Gutiérrez, ¿cuánta fianza pudiera pagar usted en este caso?
Ahorita en este momento puedo pagar 5,000, es lo único que tengo.
Right now, at this moment, I can only pay $5,000. That's all I have.
And are you aware that your trial in this matter is set for April the 2nd of 2023?
Usted sabe que una audiencia de esta acusación está puesta para el día 2 de abril del 2023.
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to reduce your bond to $5,000 and release you pending your upcoming trial?
Usted le está pidiendo al juez que le reduzca su fianza a $5,000 y que lo dejen salir hasta que usted venga a corte.
Sí, por favor.
Yes, please.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Anchondo?
Mr. Gutierrez, when were you first arrested on this charge? Or
Señor
held?
Gutiérrez,
When were you first held on this charge?
¿cuándo fue la primera vez que lo detenieron a usted por esta acusación?
No me acuerdo, pero hace como 8 a 10 años, más o menos.
I don't remember, but it's between maybe 8 to 10 years.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. You're aware that this indictment came down, it looks like March of 2020. You're aware of that?
Usted sabe que tenía sabiduría de que esta acusación vino en marzo del 2020.
No sabía, pero sí, más o menos es la fecha esa.
I didn't know, but I think it's about, the date is about right.
Okay, and then Ms. Christie, you're aware, filed an appearance as your counsel February 10th of 2021, is that right?
Y que su abogada, la señora Christie, sometió que la iba a representarlo usted en febrero del 2021?
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, so were you ever stopped and held and released on this charge between March of 2020 and February 10th of 2021?
Nunca lo detuvieron a usted y fue arrestado entre febrero del 2020 al marzo 2021 en esta acusación.
me detuvieron una vez, pero no me quisieron, me dejaron ir. Dumas no dijo que no me quería aquí por el coronavirus.
I was stopped one time, but Moore County did not want me in jail because of the COVID-19.
Okay, so this is your second time that you were held under this indictment, is that right?
Esta es la segunda vez que a usted lo han detenido con esta acusación, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Yes.
What is your job, sir?
¿Qué es tu trabajo? ¿En qué trabajas?
soy chofer de camión.
I am a truck driver.
Do you frequently drive into Mexico as part of your job?
Do fighter.
Does he frequently travel into Mexico for his job?
¿Usted frecuentemente viaja a México por su trabajo?
No,
No.
How much do you make as a truck driver?
¿Qué tanto dinero hace como chofer?
estaba haciendo de 900 a $1,100 por semana.
I was making about from between 900 and 1,100 a week.
How many kids do you have?
¿Cuántos niños tienes?
Tengo 2 niños más.
I've got 2 kiddos more.
More than the two that you're alleged to not be supporting?
2 más, aparte de los 2 que no, los que se dice que no está pagando su seguimiento.
Sí,
Yes.
And what are their ages?
¿Qué son las edades?
8 y 11 años.
8 and 11 years.
Do you pay child support on them?
¿Paga sostenimiento en ellos?
No, estoy con ellos, vivo con ellos.
No, I live with them.
Does your wife have a job?
¿Tu esposa tiene trabajo?
Apenas acaba de agarrar a que me metieron a la cárcel.
She just now got a job when I was put in jail.
Okay, where does she work?
¿Dónde trabaja?
En la Lowe's. Tienda, la
En
Lowe's de
Lowe's.
Mendao.
En la tienda de comida.
Sí,
At Lowe's Grocery Store.
Is that in Dumas?
Aquí en
No.
Dumas,
no, Kansas.
en Kansas.
Is that where you live regularly?
¿Es donde vives tú regularmente?
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you own the truck that you drive for a living?
¿Eres propietario de la troca que manejas?
No, company driver.
No. ¿Cómo?
Compañía. Es troca de
I'm a-
compañía.
It's a company truck. I'm a company driver.
Do you own the home that you live in?
¿Eres dueño de la casa donde vives?
Sí, la traila, no mobile home.
Yes, it's a mobile home.
What is the value of it?
¿Qué es el valor de la traila?
Unos 8,000, 10,000.
About eight, between 8 and 10,000.
The cash that you are putting up for your bond, where did that money come from?
El dinero que vas a poner para la fianza, ¿de dónde vino ese dinero?
Me lo prestó mi familia, mis sobrinos, mis hermanos, mis hermanas.
My family let me borrow it. My cousins, my nephews, my sisters.
How much do you make, or I'm sorry, how much do you have in savings?
¿Cuánto dinero tienes en una cuenta de ahorros?
Nada. Como
Nothing.
$40.
About $40.
Okay, I guess what I'm getting at, you testified that you would make about $900 to $1,100 a week, is that right?
Es que testificaste que ganas como de 900 a 1,100 dólares por semana, ¿verdad?
Sí, depende de los
Yes.
viajes que hacía.
It depends on the trips that I made.
Okay, so about $50,000 a year?
Como 50,000 dólares anuales.
Puede ser que menos, porque como le digo, no, a veces que no trabajaba por 3 días.
It could be a little less, because like I told you, there were times I didn't work for 2-3 days.
Okay, roughly around that amount, right?
Como alrededor de esa cantidad, por año, 50,000.
Sí, pues 45,
Yes.
40.
45, 40.
Okay, you've got 2 kids at home, correct?
Tienes 2 hijos en la casa, ¿verdad?
Sí,
Yes.
All right, so you've got 2 dependents. And then, go ahead.
Tienes 2 pendientes.
pues
And
eran
then you-
3 con mi esposa.
It's 3 with my wife.
3 of her kids?
3 hijos de ella?
No,
No.
You've got an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old, right?
Tienes uno de 8 años y uno de 11 años,
sí,
¿verdad?
y una de 20 años que no puede trabajar.
And a 20-year-old that can't work.
Okay, but as far as minor children, you've got an 8-year-old and an 11-year-old that you live with, that you have with your current wife, is that right?
Pero niños menores, tienes uno de 8 años y uno de 11 años que vives con ellos.
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, and then you've got a house worth $8,000 to $10,000 or a home worth $8,000 to $10,000, is that what you said?
Y tienes una casa, una trailer que tiene el valor de 8 a 10,000 dólares, ¿correcto?
y pues la estoy pagando todavía esa casa.
Yes, I'm paying for it still.
Okay, and $40 in savings, so where does the rest of your money go?
Y 40 dólares en la cuenta de ahorro. ¿Para dónde se va el otro dinero?
Tengo muchos biles, muchas
have a lot of
cuentas
bills.
atrasadas.
A lot of debts that I have.
Okay, what are your debts?
¿Qué son sus deudas?
Tengo médicas, cuentas médicas, tarjetas, pues cosas que no pagué también. Estoy atrasado.
I've got cards and I've got medical bills, things that I haven't paid.
Okay, so they're unpaid.
Pero no se han pagado.
Estoy pagando también poco a poco, a veces que no puedo, no completo.
I'm paying a little by little.
Okay, what cars do you have?
¿Qué carros tienes?
Tengo un Chrysler nomás 300.
I got a 300
2006.
A 2006.
2006 Chrysler 300?
2006 Chrysler 300.
Ujú. Sí,
Yeah.
If you had to sell it, how much would you get for it?
Si tú tuvieras que vender ese carro, ¿cuánto le sacaras?
como 2000, 2500.
About 2,000, 2,500.
Okay, what other vehicles?
¿Qué otros carros más?
Nomás ese tengo.
No, that's the only one I have.
Your medical, where is that owed?
Las cuentas médicas, ¿de dónde son esas?
Tengo una en Fort Worth cuando me internaron. Tengo ahí en Ulysses por el diabetes.
I got one in Fort Worth and I got one in Ulysses because I'm a diabetic.
Okay, how much do you owe to Fort Worth?
¿Cuánto debes en Fort Worth?
Ya son como 8,000 a 12,000 dólares.
Between 8 and 12,000.
And then the one in Kansas, how much do you owe?
Y en Kansas, ¿cuánto debes?
Tengo una cuenta de 4,000 y estoy comprándome mis pastillas también y todo eso.
I've got one that's $4,000 and I'm paying for my medication.
How much does your wife make at her new job?
Objection, Your
dinero,
Honor, her income cannot be considered in his child support.
I'm not considering as part of child support, I'm considering as far as family assets that can go towards his bond. I'm not here to determine what child support he should be making.
I'll allow the question.
How much does your wife make at her job?
¿Cuánto dinero gana tu esposa en su trabajo?
Como 400, 300 a la semana.
Between $300 and $400 a week.
Okay, the family members that have contributed to your, what you're wanting to put towards bond, you said siblings?
Los miembros familiares que dices que contribuyeron para tu fianza, ¿son tus hermanos?
Es mi sobrino, mi tío y dos
My
hermanas.
nephew, my uncle, and my sister.
Okay. And what does your nephew do for a living?
¿Qué es lo que hace tu sobrino en qué trabaja?
En los oil fields.
Oil fields.
Okay. So do you know what he roughly makes a year?
¿Sabes cuánto dinero gana él por año?
No, oiga, no, yo no sé la vida de él.
No, I don't know his life.
What about your uncle? What does he do for a living?
¿Tío en qué trabaja?
En una compañía de trocas también.
In a company truck also.
For the same company?
¿La misma compañía que usted?
No, señora.
No, ma'am.
And your sister, where does
¿Y tu
she work?
hermana? ¿En qué
Ellas no
trabaja?
trabajan.
They don't work.
So is she getting the money from her husband?
Sí,
Le está dando dinero del esposo de ella.
sí, las dos.
Yes, both sisters.
All right. Two sisters, and where do their husbands work?
¿En qué trabajan los esposos de sus hermanas?
Uno es mecánico y el otro es trailero.
One's a mechanic, the other one's a truck driver.
And do you have any family that lives in Dumas, in Moore County?
¿Tienes familiares que viven aquí en Dumas o en el condado de Moore?
No,
No.
Where does your family live?
¿Dónde vive su familia de usted?
en Oklahoma y en Kansas
Oklahoma, en Kansas,
y en Fort Worth.
en Fort Worth.
Judge, I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Christie, do you have any questions?
Just a couple more. Mr. Gutierrez, are you making payments on your 2006 vehicle?
Señor Gutiérrez, ¿usted está haciendo pagos en su carro del 2006?
Me faltan 3 pagos para acabarlo de pagar, oiga.
I'll be finished in 3 payments.
And how much are your payments?
¿Qué tanto son sus pagos?
$200.
$200.
Does your wife have family that lives in Dumas?
¿Su esposa tiene familiares aquí en Dumas?
Sí, mi esposa sí.
Yes, my wife, yes.
Thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Anchondo?
No other questions, Judge.
Ms. Christie, do you have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Right, Ms. Anchondo, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Judge, briefly call Brandon Brown.
Mr. Brown, raise your right hand and be sworn. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Brandon, you're muted still.
I do.
May I proceed, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, can you state your full name, please?
Brandon Brown,
How are you employed?
as the criminal investigator for the district attorney's office.
Mr. Brown, I asked for you to pull the child support record involving the case with Mr. Gutierrez, is that right?
That is correct.
And did you look to see when the last time he made a payment on the 2 children he was ordered to pay and is also in contempt for?
Yes, I did.
And when is the last time he made a payment?
It appears the last payment registered was in June 12th of 2020.
Pass the witness, Judge.
Ms. Christie, do you have questions?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, do you show what his total arrearage is?
When this report was generated last week, it showed that he was $22,745.71.
And how old are the children that he is not supporting? Can you tell that?
I have that up here. Hold on, let me grab that again. First child was born in 2002. Second child was born in 2004.
Mr. Gutierrez, how many total children do you have?
Señor Gutiérrez, ¿cuántos hijos en total tienes?
4.
4.
Mr. Gutierrez, which relatives of your wife live in Dumas?
Señor Gutiérrez, ¿quién son los parientes de su esposa que viven aquí en Dumas?
¿Perdón?
¿Quién son los familiares de tu esposa que viven aquí en Dumas?
Tiene una tía y una prima nomás. Bueno, y los
Sí, que
hijos de la tía.
And a cousin that lives here.
Miss Christie, do you have any final statements or arguments?
Your Honor, we're just asking that his bond be lowered to something that he can pay. And he does have $5,000 in cash. And we're asking his bond to be lowered to something that he can pay until his trial comes up.
Ms. Sanchondo, do you have any final arguments?
I do, Judge. I believe that Mr. Gutierrez is really underestimating the assets that he has based on the income that he has, and then also his outstanding payments on a vehicle and the medical expenses. He should be able to pay way more than that, especially if the $5,000 are coming from family members, not from him. And so I do believe that he has the means to make the bond as it's set. He's also known about this case for quite some time, given the appearance of counsel. And then also he was arrested and then released once already. And then we've gone this long, and the last payment that he's made was June 12th of 2020. So he's not taking care of those kids. That's not an outstanding bill. He's got a couple of months left on a Chrysler, and he'll have that to sell off. He's got a wife that's working now. And again, I don't know where all of his money is going, but I imagine that he's got more than he's indicated to the court. And so we're asking that the bond remain the same, given that he is not from this area. I would consider him to be a flight risk. And also he has the means to pay it as it stands.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, this is a difficult decision for me.
Señor Gutiérrez, esta es una decisión dificultosa para mí.
Because while you are in jail, you cannot work.
Porque mientras estás en la cárcel no puedes trabajar.
On the other hand, it appears
En la
that
otra mano,
Ms. Anchondo is correct
parece que la señora Anchondo está correcta,
that you don't appear to be very cooperative in returning for your court dates.
que cree que no vas eres muy cooperativo para regresar a la fecha de tu cita que viene.
Sí, voy a regresar. Yo no tengo por qué no regresar. Sí, regreso.
I'm coming back. There's no reason why I shouldn't come back.
And it's my job to set bond at an amount that doesn't punish you, but ensures as best as possible that you will return.
Y es mi trabajo de ponerte la fianza, que no para castigarte, sino para asegurarte que vas a presentarte a corte.
So I'm going to set your bond at $30,000.
Voy a bajar tu fianza a $30,000.
Is there anything further from the state,
No, Your Honor.
from the defense? All right, thank you, Mr. Gutierrez. You may be excused.
Gracias, señor Gutiérrez. Puedes retirarte.
Gracias.
Thank you,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor. And since this is a private case, if Charlie will send me his bill, I will pay it. I'm assuming that's how it's done. I don't know for sure, but anyway,
And then Donna, do you want to, do you already have a proposed order? Do you want to send it to me? for
I
me
can
to
do,
review?
I can do a proposed order. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,